we must also agree that going forward, if a man is a candidate for president in our party, the woman must be the runner. And
ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to matters politics, fear Raila Odinga completely. Because Raila Odinga is indeed the master of politics. And there is actually no doubt at all about it. So it turns out that Raila Odinga is the master plan behind the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagwa's impeachment. Let me give you the details. Shocking details. And I knew all along that this will happen. Immediately, President William Ruto invited Raila Odinga to be part of his government and the ODM party. I knew that everything is not going to be normal in UDA / the Kenya Kwanza Alliance. But again, I don't blame President William Ruto for making that particular decision. Because remember that the only reason as to why William Ruto brought in Raila Odinga, it is because of the Gen Zs. The only person, the only leader who rescued, who saved President William Ruto from the Gen Zs was none other than Raila Amolo Odinga. Immediately, Raila Odinga and ODM was brought in to the government by William Ruto. That was the end of the Gen Z's protests. As a matter of fact, this is exactly what the nation announced. Let me just read for you. It says that the Raila Odinga factor in the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagwa's impeachment. So what is Raila Odinga's factor in all these matters? It proceeds to say that emboldened by the numbers in both houses, the two leaders, William Ruto and Raila Odinga, seemed to have sealed the deputy president's fate on the sidelines at the UN Assembly in New York, where they spent most of last week. So based on this statement, based on this article here, William Ruto and Raila Odinga organized for Rigathi Gachagwa's impeachment while in New York, where they were last week. And that is exactly why immediately Raila Odinga jetted back to the country. He instructed all of his supporters across the country to strongly support Rigathi Gachagwa's impeachment motion. When you look at how Kenyans aired their voices on Rigathi Gachagwa's impeachment based on the regions during the public participation, let me just show you this map. So where it is painted red is the central region. So the central region said no, Rigathi Gachagua should not be impeached. Now, when you compare all these regions that said yes are actually Raila Odinga's strongholds based on the previous 2022 general elections, how Raila Odinga was voted through the Azimio. Let me compare this map with this map here of how Azimio voted for Raila Odinga. You can see the blue part, which is actually the majority of the regions. They voted massively for Raila Odinga. And that is the same regions that have said, yes, Rigathi should be impeached. So does it mean that the central region is also isolated together with Rigathi Gachagua? Yet the central region voted massively for President William Ruto. Then if that is the truth, then it is very, very risky. It means a lot. It means that the central region is being left out in the opposition side ahead of the 2027 general elections. That is why also immediately Raila Odinga jetted back into the country, he instructed all of his ODM MPs to support Rigathi Gachagwa's impeachment motion in parliament. Out of the 291 MPs who signed for Rigathi Gachagwa's impeachment, majority of them are actually from the ODM party. What I strongly believe is that ODM party leaders or the MPs would have distanced themselves completely from UDA/Kenya Kwanza matters if they had not received Raila Odinga's instructions. Raila Odinga is also organizing for the DP Rigathi Gachagwa's impeachment simply because Raila Odinga currently, as the biggest shareholder, is the biggest shareholder in President William Ruto's Kenya Kwanza Alliance government, compared to Rigathi Gachagua and Musalia Mudavadi. Despite President William Ruto getting only 1% of votes in the entire Nyanza region where Raila Odinga comes from, that tells you that Raila Odinga is indeed the master of politics, because despite William Ruto getting the lowest votes in Raila Odinga's region, Raila Odinga currently has a total of 5 cabinet secretaries in President William Ruto's government. So, Raila Odinga and President William Samoei Ruto have signaled who exactly is going to be the next deputy president immediately after Rigathi Gachagwa's impeachment. William Ruto will appoint the next DP from the ODM party, Raila Odinga's party, through the broad-based government. Let me give you all these details in this analysis. But before that, just a quick reminder that if you are listening to me and you haven't subscribed, I'm requesting you to please just take 1 second or two and subscribe down below for you to be able to receive more political updates from this channel like the one that I'm currently doing right now. You can also give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend this platform and this channel or this video in particular to reach out to more people, because I believe that is the only way that we can improve this channel to grow. So to my returning subscribers, I just want to say thank you so much for your continued support, and I really, really don't take your support for granted. Having said that, now I want us to proceed. I want you to follow this analysis to the end so that you can understand what exactly we are talking about here. So shocking details have emerged about the criteria that Raila Odinga and William Ruto will use to appoint the next deputy president after Rigathi Gachagwa's impeachment. That is ahead of the 2027 general elections. So the first criteria that they will use, it is about the region. The next deputy president must come from a region which will vote massively for President William Ruto in the 2027 general elections. The Mount Kenya region voted massively for William Ruto in the previous 2022 general elections. But does that really mean that the Mount Kenya region will still vote for President William Ruto in 2027? Of course not. As a matter of fact, majority of the people from the larger Mount Kenya region are extremely angry. They are extremely upset with William Ruto. They will not vote for William Ruto like the way they did in the previous 2022 general elections. So already the Mount Kenya region is out of the equation. William Ruto will not appoint the next DP from the Mount Kenya region. So basically Raila Odinga wins because politics are shifting. The regions that supported Raila Odinga will support William Ruto immediately after Raila Odinga's endorsement to President William Ruto. And that is why recently when William Ruto was in Nyanza, he was received massively, which sends you a signal of what is going to happen in 2027. Number two, it is about the political party. The next DP must be from a political party, a national political party, not a tribal political party. And when I talk about the national political party, remember that there are only two national political parties in Kenya. We have Raila Odinga's ODM party and President William Ruto's UDA party. So basically, William Ruto cannot appoint a leader from UDA because of the coalition agreement with Raila Odinga between UDA and ODM. Most likely, William Ruto will appoint the next deputy president from Raila Odinga's ODM party. Believe me on this. And William Ruto will win massively because the deputy president will actually determine President William Ruto's votes in the 2027 general elections. So President William Ruto's calculations and Raila Odinga are right. And finally, it is about the gender. The next DP must be of the opposite gender, meaning she must be a woman, a lady. William Ruto talked about this issue a few months ago, that the next DP will be a woman.
We must also agree that going forward, if a man is a candidate for president in our party, the woman must be the runner. And if a woman is the candidate, then a man can be a running mate. Okay? And we must also cascade it down to the governors. So, and we must be intentional and deliberate about it, otherwise it will never happen. And I know fellow party leaders in other parties will agree with us, because we all agree, because I'm sure the party leader in Wiper supported Wavinya, the party leader in ODM supported Gladys, and all the other party leaders supported their women candidates. So we will do this not because we want to do anything against men, but we want to balance so that we all move together.
Rigathi Gachagua thought that it was a joke. Rigathi Gachagua thought that it will be in 2032, but it will be actually in 2027 general elections. So playing the gender political card is very, very useful for President William Ruto. It is very, very important. So that is it. I don't know what to think. Who do you think will be the next deputy president of the Republic of Kenya? What do you think will determine the next deputy president of the Republic of Kenya? Please, I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your opinions in the comment section down below. Otherwise, I don't have much. Thank you so much for listening to me up to this time. Let me see you again in my next video. Thank you so much. My name is Jason.